Hey guys, it's Destiny. Welcome back to another video. Today I'll just be doing a get to know me video, answering all of your questions that you are dying to know. A while ago I did post on social media just to send me questions. A lot of things that I do post pertaining to my blog. I do get a lot of feedback, a lot of great feedback. I'm just asking a lot of different general questions, just going back to myself even. So I just wanted to take the time to gather all of your questions and to go ahead and answer them. So to start with the first question, you from Texas? I am not from Texas. I was born and raised, born and raised in South Bend, Indiana. I moved down to Texas when I was 14 years old, so it wasn't a choice for me. I had to come with my parents and my younger siblings. But I can say that I'm glad we moved here. At the time, I still remember to this day when it was time for us we drove down here. Fun fact, we drove down here 16 hours. But I remember we turned off my street and I just started crying. I'm just like, I don't want to leave, I don't want to go. But at the time, I was still young. I didn't want to leave my family or my friends. But now I'm just like, I'm glad we left. So yeah, that answers that. From South Bend, Indiana. Next question, are you the only child? No, I'm not the only child. I probably got more siblings than you can imagine. On my mom's side, I have 4 younger sisters. Amari, Michaela, Johnny, and India. On my dad's side, it's a book. It's all love though. It's all love. I have an older sister, Tanisha. Also an older sister on my stepdad's side, and her name is Shatisha. And then after me, it's my sister Diamond, Amanda, Jada, Whitney, Malaya, and then I have 3 brothers, Delshawn, Darius, and Martell. Yeah, I don't know how many that was. I just counted. I got a whole army team behind me, so you mess with one of them. Like, what's up? Describe yourself in 3 words. I would say that I'm very motivated. Anything that I put my mind to, I try my best to, stick to it, go after it. Anything that I want to accomplish, I make sure I set my goals and make sure I do just that. I will also say that I'm very independent. Since I, again, moved down here to Texas, my first job was at McDonald's, and that was at 14 years old, and I cannot say I haven't been working since then. And I just like to have my own money, just doing things for myself. I like the lifestyle that I live, and I like to travel, I like to eat, I like to do all types of things. So just knowing very young that you need money to do that, I just made sure I kept a job. So that helped me in the long run as far as where I am now. And last word, I would say outgoing. I would say I'm outgoing. I like to meet new people. At first, I would say that I was very shy, very soft-spoken. But as I began to get older and began to just explore different things and meet new people, it kind of brought me out of my shell, and it just kind of exposed me to a lot of great things and new people. And I'm just like, okay, I can get a hang of this. I like this. So yeah, I would just say motivated, independent, and outgoing is the 3 words that would describe me. My next question, do you have any regrets? I got this question before, and I would say that I wouldn't call them regrets. I would just call them lesson learned, only because you live and you learn. If you make mistakes, you either learn from it, you either grow and learn from it, or you make the same mistake again. And it's just like, who wants to make the same mistake over and over again? Next question, what is your biggest pet peeve? I have a couple pet peeves, but the main thing I would say that drives me insane is when people don't have the courtesy to cover their mouth, when they cough, or when they sneeze. I just feel like it's too many viruses, diseases, all that going around these days. So the least you can do is one of these, just cover your mouth, keep keep your germs to yourself. We don't want your germs, nobody else do. So just have the common courtesy of covering your mouth, please. And thank you. Who inspires you? I honestly find inspiration in a lot of things, really. Art, music, but if I just had to say who, I would say my mom inspires me, only because, you know, how positive she is regardless of the situation. And me and my sisters just laugh all the time on, you know, how calm she is to certain situations. And with us, we be ready to turn up. But I think that's what I like the most about her. You know, she's very positive and, you know, just very inspirational to certain topics or subjects. And I'm very appreciative of that. I know that I can always go to her if I need any type of advice or any guidance. The next question. I have some really good questions. Do you have any pets? I do. I have a family pet. Her name is Sophie. She's a Maltese. I'm gonna find a picture and I'm gonna try to post it on here. And then I have my little own puppy. Come here, Diesel. Come here, baby. I gotta talk to her like that, or talk to him like that. But here it goes. This is Diesel. Okay. Say hey, baby. Okay, he's not too concerned. But yeah, his name is Diesel. He's a Havanese, if you guys heard of that breed, but he's still a baby. So he likes to be treated as such. All right, enough of your time. How did you enjoy traveling alone to Italy? Did you travel that by yourself, or did you have a party or a travel planner? Let me tell you now, Italy was by far the best trip that I have ever taken, seriously. And I made a post on my trip to Italy, also like a little recap video. So I will also share that in the description box below. So make sure you guys check that out. But to answer, that trip was phenomenal. I did go alone, which was another amazing thing of it. As far as the experience, it was beautiful, so authentic, the food, I can go on and on. But overall, I can say that trip was amazing. I planned it by myself, surprisingly, so you know, I was very surprised how well it turned out, as far as that being my first international trip that I planned. So I would definitely recommend it to you if you are looking to travel outside of the country for the first time. Just make sure you do all of the proper research, just knowing if the area you want to stay in is safe, just knowing the euros or their currency, wherever you choose to go. Just make sure you take the proper time and the research to get everything in order. That way you're not running into any problems once it's time to get out of the United States. Next question, how long have you been blogging and what is your favorite part about it? I've been blogging since October of 2018, so it's been a year and some change. No, but seriously, I'm so excited as far as how far I've came and the progress I've made as far as the beginning and where I am now. It's only up from here. I'm very eager to learn more things and build my brand. I would say my favorite part about blogging is engaging with all of my subscribers, just pretty much providing that motivation, that push, giving that insight to different travel ventures and putting my subscribers on to different food places. Anything that's going to get my subscribers going in the right direction, then that's what keeps me going. The feedback that I get, just all of the comments that I get in my DMs about different things, it just like makes me feel good that someone out there is really acknowledging the content that I'm putting out there. Somebody is taking it to their advantage and utilizing it towards something, whatever it may be. So I feel like that's my most favorite about it. How do you deal with disappointment? With disappointment, I try not to let it affect me too much, but at the end of the day, I still try to remember that I am human. So I do feel those emotions. I do acknowledge how I'm feeling at that moment, and I try to work my best through that. That's going to, help me move forward. So So I try not to dwell on those emotions or let it hinder me. Rather than feel those emotions, always try to remember, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and disappointment doesn't last always. Question: what is your zodiac sign? I'm a Gemini. Yeah, I said it. And I say that because everyone, or it just seems like people are so against Geminis, and it's just like, I don't understand why. From what I've heard, people feel as though, Geminis are two-faced, or they have two different personalities. And I just feel like, you get what you give. If you give me a cool vibe and, you cool and friendly and stuff like that, then that's what you're going to get in return. But it's just like, if you're nasty to me or you're rude to me, it's just like, do you think you're still going to get that cool or that, that nice side? It's just like, no. I don't know. I just feel like Geminis are cool, once you get to know them. So that answers that. Gemini all day. Do you want kids? I do want kids. I would say I want 2 or 3, the max, but nothing more than that. I want me a little girl. I want me a little boy. As far as my 3rd child, I'm not too sure yet, but regardless of what I get, I'm gonna be happy. So I definitely see children in my future. 2 more questions. What is your favorite food? Seafood. Yep, seafood is my favorite. If you are in the Dallas area, then you're fully aware of Shell Shack. That's my spot. I don't cheat on it with any other, seafood place. Well, I tried a couple or another seafood place in the area. It was good, but nothing compares to Shell Shack. All right, last question. Do you see yourself going full-time with your blogging? I do see myself going full-time. Right now, I would just consider myself part-time, only because I still have a corporate job working for Liberty Mutual. I do love my job, don't get me wrong, but I definitely want to be in something that I'm so much more passionate about. This is something that I love to do, so I'm definitely taking the proper steps in making this full-time. I feel like we all have a point where we just want to go ahead and leap out on faith into what we like to do and what our calling is. So I feel like this is definitely my calling as to take, just so I can transition into being a full-time blogger. So to answer your question, yes, I definitely see myself going full-time. I just got to take baby steps and make sure I am making the right moves. Those were a lot of great questions. I plan to do another Q&A part 2 because it's so many more questions, and I don't want to sit here and go through all of them right now. So a part 2 Q&A will be coming soon. In the meantime, give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe below if you aren't already. If there were some questions I wasn't able to get to, it's okay. Just make sure you drop them in the comment box below. I'll also add all of my social media tags just so you can keep up with me. Last but not least, don't forget to hit that bell notification button so that you know each and every time